Hello Zoe, today is Saturday, August 29th, 2015, and I'm in a kind of nostalgic mood, so I'm going to tell you a story about me. Because, I was there, and I'm a somewhat of a reliable narrator for this. Probably wouldn't have been there, but whatever. And at the end of the story, Zoe, I have a question for you. So, a few years ago, I was at our grandparents' house, our father's parents' house. And as you know, they have a forest behind their house. So, Zoe, you know that when our father was a kid, he used to walk through the woods down to the stream at the center and would, just walk and walk. Sometimes his cat Meow would follow him. So when we were big enough, he would take us down to the stream and then maybe walk a bit. As we got older, we would walk a bit more. And then anyway, we would go back to the house. And you never seemed particularly super interested in it, but I really was. And I remember once walking downstream far enough with Daddy, and I think you, until we came to this big, muddy, algae-filled pond. So a few years ago, I wanted to find it again. So I looked for it. I remember that it was downstream, so I went from the house through the woods to the stream, and I followed the stream, and this task proved somewhat difficult at the beginning, because near the stream there was a lot of thick underbrush, and at one point a fence on one side, a lot of thick, close plants on the other, and the stream was in a 4-foot chasm. So I chose the side of the plants. There was a lot of switching sides of the stream at the beginning. I chose the side of the plants and went around them, which took about 10 extra minutes. So I had no idea how far away this pond was, so I just kept walking. Eventually the forest thinned out and the stream started to thin out as well. And eventually there was not really a forest anymore. It was just a bunch of spaced out trees over dry leaf-filled ground. And then the stream completely dried out. No more stream. So I was like, maybe I should head back. No, I'm gonna find that pond. So that was probably a bad idea because I actually did eventually give up after following the stream bed for a while. So I followed the stream bed until I saw this house on a hill, and I hiked up the hill as quietly as I could because I knew I was trespassing and I was in the south, and trespassing in the south, there are people in the south who, if you trespass on their property, they might shoot you. I didn't find out if the people who I was trespassing on would shoot me because they weren't there. But anyway, in front of their house, I found a street, and that street took me to another street where I found a person. As it turned out, I had walked out of town. I didn't even realize. Luckily, I had my phone, so I called Daddy, and I found a street sign, and I told him where I was, and he came and got me. But I never found the pond. So Zoe, my question to you is this. Did we see a pond down there? Was I making this up? Anyway. Goodbye.